We are go for episode 2 of the Realistic RTG. Your feedback on the last episode was sensational. Thank you for that for episode 1. Do keep the likes coming in. Very much appreciate all the support on that. In fact, some of the comments were so good, we're actually going to implement what they were saying in the save now. Riku, who's on the board behind me, by the way, Riku, Dash and Kaufman, thank you for your continued support in the comments. Do make sure you leave your feedback in the comment section down below, and 3 of you will be on the board behind me every single episode. Riku has a wonderful idea of treating the youth academy like a proper youth academy. So rather than just signing any players that have potential, we're actually going to build a team. A goalkeeper, a right back, a left back, 2 centre backs, 2 centre mids, 2 wingers, a cam and a striker, etc. We're going to build an 11 for the youth academy, and we will recruit accordingly based upon the positions that people play in. That's a fantastic idea, so thank you for that, Riku. All of your feedback in the comment section has gone very well into leading us towards where we're going to look for our loan signings this year. I asked you about senior affiliates. The Swansea link with Gary Monk as manager is a great one. Love that. We've looked at some Swansea players. Tottenham and Norwich as local options as well. We are prioritising Swansea, Norwich and Tottenham loanees. I have some extra names on my shortlist as per your feedback in the comment section as well. But my priority at the moment is Daniel Barden at Norwich to come in as a loanee backup goalkeeper. He's an improvement on the previously sold Will Mannion, but not as good as Jack Stevens, so won't be desperate to start ahead of him. Suits down to the ground. Love that. When it comes to the other positions, I'm looking for a loanee winger. I'm not going to upgrade at centre-back and at centre-mid yet. We're going to wait to January for that. But with regards the wide roles, I'm looking at Hamilton, Micah Hamilton of Manchester City, who's 19 years of age, and he's unwilling to relocate at this time. We won't get Micah Hamilton then. There was also Cade Gordon, who was on the list, and he's actually just moved to Wolves, and he's unwilling to relocate at this moment in time. So at present, I don't have any options for a wide player unless we go back into the market and look for cams that we could potentially use out wide. Because of the rules we have in place and because of the way that the game works, we are going to be limited on transfers in any given window, in any given position. But that's what we like for this realistic RTG. We want to have one hand tied behind our back so that we have a more realistic progression through the divisions. So let's start with getting the man in on loan that we want to get in on loan. The goalkeeper upgrade on previous Will Mannion. Just basic terms. Quite happy with that. Just a 1-year loan deal as well for Daniel Barden if possible. He's not on much wage-wise already. And if we can negotiate just a 50-50 split, then that would be fantastic. Maybe they'll, I'm just thinking of my finances here, a 60-40 split perhaps. Wow. Okay. I'll have to go back in for him in a week's time. That's not a problem. I'm surprised that they were quite so bullish about a few £100 when they're a well-earning championship side, but that's not a problem. We'll go back in for Daniel Barden. I'll have another look through the potential loanee options from the clubs that we mentioned and others on the loan list as well as we move towards this next game against Wycombe Wanderers that have been from Leganés for Liam Bennett. But as per the rules, any unrealistic transfers will be disregarded and not contemplated at all anyway, and that is most certainly an unrealistic bid. Leganés are not going to give any poops whatsoever about a League One right back, are they? So, quickly check the finances to see if there's anything we can update from there for our spreadsheet. And there is not yet. In fact, I've sent my scout out, so I do need to update that on my spreadsheet. That's something that I hadn't factored in yet. So we will call that scouting network. So that better be worth it. We've got the money. We can afford to do it. But that better be worth it because that's a lot of money to commit. We've basically spent the money that we got for Mannion on looking for, hopefully, a full 11 youngsters. Right then, we got a point in our first game. We'll try and get more in our next one. I'm actually going to start Ghassan Ahmad ahead of Fajiri Okunabiri for this one. And maybe we'll start Lancaster in there ahead of George Thomas as well. But no further changes to my starting lineup. Again, please do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the content. I'd very much appreciate it. It really helps push the videos to new audiences. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any further content as well. Wycombe are good. Wickham away is traditionally a fixture that Cambridge don't do very well in at all. It's always been a difficult place for us to go, Adams Park. And I imagine it will be again. They drew their first game. We lost our first game, albeit only narrowly, against Derby. Playing at Adams Park. I have updated the names of the grounds for all of the clubs in England now, and a number of the larger clubs around Europe as well. Morrison and Bennett are going to continue on at centre-back whilst they're still usable, but as soon as they become too lowly rated, we will filter in Zeno and Okadina as well. They've already gone down one each, Morrison and Bennett, so probably one more, and we'll look to introduce Zeno Ibsen-Rossi and Jibril Okadina into the starting lineup. But moving forward, this is going to be our starting lineup to begin with today. Let's see what we can do against Wickham. Use Digger again. Trying to utilise his physicality where we can. Lancaster out wide to Saleh Kaikai. Gassan is in the middle, and Gassan is dangerous in the air and proving to be... It's an own goal! Farino into the back of his own net, and Gassan Hadme into the starting lineup for the first time. And what an impact! Header saved by the keeper, the defender trying to get there. His touch is too heavy, and over the line it goes. We lead by a goal to nil at Adams Park, and Farino will most certainly hang his head in shame. Morrison, lovely ball down the line. Danny Andrew getting forward here. Again, we're going to look for Gassan in the middle with the cross. It's actually going to go towards Saleh Kaikai, whose header narrowly misses the far post. Not far wide at all. Looking for a second here for us, but you can see from the replay angle, it was always going past the post. What are their ratings, actually? Josh Scowl, one of the best players in their team, for sure. Their front line actually isn't that strong, Wickham, there. So, obviously resting a couple of players against us, because they do have some better players available on the bench, which could come to bite us in this second half, because I don't have great strength in depth. Brophy nailed there and has stayed down. Well, we may well need that low-knee winger if James Brophy's going to be out for a while. Saleh Kaikai down the wing. We are playing on wing play, of course. And Cousins! Shepherd with a save. Really good cross. Found the man. Couldn't find the goal. We're playing on wing play, and crosses have been very good for us in this game so far. Liam Bennett's found himself in the box here. Trying to beat the man. Stands it up. Injured Brophy over the bar. And a yellow card for the Wickham man for the foul that injured Brophy in the bloody first place. I am going to take him off just to try and ensure that he doesn't get injured long term. Nice ball down the line to Vite. It's off the bench for them here. Said they've got some quality in waiting. And they're trying to utilise it now. Sadlier and Vite again. Wickham on the attack at the beginning of this second half. Ball in is not great. Cousins has touched his wayward though. Loses the ball. Scowen, the highest rated player on the pitch, finds Sadlier. And Kadua's effort, as it rebounds to him, ends up wide of the target. Wickham pushing for that equaliser. And here comes Gareth McCleary, and that's not good news for us. And in nicely to Vite. Still here come Wickham. Been on the back foot for most of this half now, really. Jordan Cousins will try and get a foot in. He can't. Here's McCleary to Sadlier. Stevens with a save. Earning that number 1 shirt at the moment, Jack Stevens. Corner for the home side. Sadlier's short to Lubala. That's a great delivery. And Lonvike heads over the bar. The big centre-back can't turn it home. We've not been sensational going forward, but we might still, potentially, be able to get ourselves all 3 points here with just 90 seconds or so to go plus stoppage. Hopefully, by pressing as such, we are wasting enough time to get the points. Shepherd's made some good saves for them, but Jack Stevens has done so the other end as well. And overall, you couldn't argue against the draw, but the manner in which the goal came was very fortuitous, but we'll absolutely take the 3 points. Cambridge United are off the mark for this League One season. Defeat against Derby, a win against Wickham. Up the Yellers. Bristol Rovers beating Peterborough by a goal to nil. You'll love to see it. We do have Peterborough coming up this month in the opening very, very busy full month of the season. We've got cup football in the Carabao Cup against Fleetwood. We've also got cup football in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy against Burton this month. It's going to be a very, very busy season because of the sheer number of games you play in the lower league. So the sooner we get to the Championship and then the Premier League, the better. But obviously, we're going to do it in a realistic fashion. I will be simulating the game against Fleetwood. I've no interest really in maximising Carabao Cup or Bristol Street Motors football at this stage. So we will make sure that we set up separate team sheets for each competition so that we can keep up with the ruling set per competition as we set out in the rules. But for now, we'll go and sim Fleetwood, and then by the end of the week, before the Peterborough game, we should be able to go and get the goalkeeper from Norwich again. Right, I've set up a separate team sheet for the Carabao Cup and the Bristol Street Motors Trophy so that some rotated players get some first team football. You see Fleetwood's lineup here, a 4-3, actually a 5-2-3, isn't it? With Potter as a centre-back, Lynch in goal for them. Danny Mayer on the left-hand side. I think it's Danny Mayer on the left-hand side anyway. Certainly one of the sides that we should be looking to beat this season. And we'll just give it a quick sim here. And we are through on penalties in the Carabao Cup. Now that will give us some prize money there. Who scored the goal for us out of curiosity? It was Sekou Jana on the wing. Mayer actually scored the goal for them as well. It only took us 3 minutes to equalise, and we're through on pens. They only called one penalty and missed their first 3. That's pretty bad, Fleetwood Town. Although they had twice as many chances and significantly more possession as well. I think it's only about £3,000 or £6,000 we get for prize money from that. But it all counts. It very much does. And hopefully we'll be able to get the job done in that trophy moving forward. Brophy was only out for 5 days, so that's good. He'll only miss that one game, and he should be back ready for us moving forward. Now then, it's the rivalry derby against Peterborough up next, so we're going to have to try our best to ensure that we're ready and available for that at full strength. And then fingers crossed we can get some sort of positive result against Peterborough, although it is not going to be that easy. Do what we can, though, and it's certainly a game I don't want to lose. Right, Mr. Barden, let's try again, shall we? I don't want to buy you, but Norwich clearly would like a little bit more than 60% of your wages paid. So we'll go for the 1 year loan again. They will allow us to pay 70. That's fantastic. So hopefully that gets done. Daniel Barden agrees to come to us, and we have a new backup goalkeeper that's significantly better than the backup goalkeeper we currently have, and the goalkeeper that we just sold as well. Have updated the finances accordingly. Cost us a decent amount of money to travel to to Wickham. £16,000 travel costs for that last away game, but we made £64,000 from match tickets in the cup against Fleetwood, so that is great news. I imagine it's going to be a sellout at home against Peterborough. They haven't picked up any points so far this season. We currently sit 15th, which is good for us. We'll take it. They are going to line up as you see them there. They've lost all 3 straight games so far this season. You love to see it. However, I imagine this one isn't going to quite go the same way. Strong side, good quality. Look out for the pace of Ricky J. Jones up top. Ooh, I'll do my best, but I'm not promising anything. Mason Clark giving away. That's Port. Lancaster. Soleil. Do I go for the square? No. Kai! The opportunity to give us the 1-0 lead. And he scooped it over the bar. It's Collins. And Ralder now for Peterborough. I've taken him out there. One of the comments in the precursor video, kind of the episode 0, was that you guys were asking me to be overtly physical in the game against, or games against Peterborough. In the local derbies, you wanted me to actually get stuck in. Now, I'm not going to go too overboard with that, but it's certainly something I'm going to try and lean into. One thing that Jack Stevens couldn't lean far enough to was that effort from Ricky J. Jones. Peterborough haven't won a single game all season so far, but they're winning now, and it is a quality goal indeed from their front line. First touch is good, turn is decent, almost on the line of the box, and right in the corner. 1-0 Borough. A mistake from the Peterborough back line. Soleil Kai messed up his effort earlier. Oh, and Hadme can't finish. Squared to him. What a save by Jed Steer. How have we not scored in this game so far? I should certainly have put more power on that. Danny Andrew will stand the cross into the middle. Gassan with his head this time. He meets it much better, but can't aim it on target. There's goals in this for us, but he turns out to be a pretty bloody good goalkeeper, doesn't he? Nice ball. Anticipated the turn inside. It's going to... Oh, turn. to Ricky J. Jones's left foot, but well saved by the goalkeeper. That fell very kindly for them. They're going to take this short by the looks of things. Randall into Mason Clark, and Soleil will have that back. Oh, that's not where that was supposed to go. Norris, where that was supposed to go. Oh, and Ricky J. Jones's effort, well, basically went straight across the box. That was more of a squared pass than a shot on goal. Loads of chances in the game, 3 apiece so far. Borough bossing possession, and at the moment, the scoreline. We have ambitions to change that in this second 45. And hopefully those ambitions will come to fruition. Brophy gets that under control with his back. Gassan will get himself into the middle. It's going to be a free kick for handball for us there. So we'll take the free kick and see if we can get one of those tall people onto it. Or even one of the shorter ones! Brophy! 3 minutes into the second half. The shortest man we have in the starting lineup, I believe, is the one to score the header from the set piece. We are level in the derby, and we deserve to be too. Danny Andrews' left foot is a wand from set pieces, and Brophy's just positioned well enough to get the nod on Vicky J. Jones, who, to be fair, isn't necessarily going to be too used to defending set pieces as a striker. Get in, yeah. Brophy wins that back. Daley Campbell has been pretty average for them so far. Said that he was going to be that weak link in defence, being significantly lower rated than everybody else. He in the late 50s compared to everybody else in the mid 60s upwards. And again, losing the ball and now out of position. Danny Andrew, I've got Gassan in the middle. Can he find him with the ball? Yes, he can! Gassan are happy! Oh, Cambridge 2, Peterborough 1. What a turnaround! Bennett, that's superb from you, Liam. And look at the run from Gasman. And in the middle could be Lancaster. If found! If found! Oh! Can't force it over the line. Soleil Kaikai going off. Lancaster being moved out wide. And George Thomas is going to come on through the middle. Speaking of through the middle. Oh, what a save, Jed Steer. Jordan Cousins can't extend our advantage in the 70th minute. Changes for both sides. Can we seal the victory? So very nearly. George Thomas's first touch of the game draws a save out of the keeper. Gassan again, not there. Kiprianu's not done wonders with that, but Jed Steer recovers. Out to Danny Andrew. I mean, Brophy's on the run, and he's already got one, and he's definitely going to have the legs to get to this. James Brophy in towards the box. Brophy for 3. Jed Steer leaping away makes a very, very good save. Oh, and Lancaster did in the end keep it in, but can't turn away with the ball. Less than 10 to go. Kindu, Collins, Randall. Moments to go here, but Adam May's come off the bench and put in a very important tackle for us. 3 minutes added on at the end of the game. And you know damn well I'm going to waste every last second I can to get a win in the derby. Peterborough had not won or even drawn any of their games so far this season. That run continues. When we went 1-0 down in the first half with such a high quality goal, we feared the worst. We needn't have been scared. A second half quick fire turnaround, and as Gary Monk fist pumps the air, every United fan in the ground will be doing exactly the same. Hey! 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 3 points for the Yellers! Against them as well! Confirmed, our first incoming signing of the save is a loanee from Norwich City, a senior affiliate decided upon by you guys. Barden is going to join on loan for the rest of this season. We have a very capable second goalkeeper now at the club. Jack Stevens has been playing very well and hopefully will grow this year. And now we feel like the squad is getting stronger. I like that. Coming in as number 12, Barden is part of the team. Hopefully one day we'll actually have real-life goalkeeper kits as part of the non-league or lower league sides as well. Not today though. Our final match day of today's episode sees a 5-back lineup against us for Exeter City, who are currently 16th in the table. We are 6th after 3 games, a lofty position that we certainly don't expect to stay in over the course of the full season. Go back to the beginning of last season in real life, and Cambridge United were in and around the playoffs as well after 10 games. Ended up 3 managers later in 18th. So let's not get carried away. Mo Asa up top will be a decent striker for them. Patreon player Greasley in at centre-back for Exeter as well. The first Patreon player we've come across in this season so far. Certainly won't be the last. Let's see what we can... I'm going to have to rotate for this one, as you can quite clearly see. The fitness of these players and the retention of the fitness of these players is not sensational at this moment in time, especially those that are slightly older. They are struggling to maintain their stamina, but that's fine. I'm just going to play Lyle Taylor here. I'm not going to play Lyle Taylor here because he's got no bloody stamina. Okay, fair enough. That's that decision made then. Let's put Gibbons in at left back. Well, it's Dunk fit. Dunk's fit enough. Okay. And let's put Kachunga out on the right-hand side. Not a full-strength lineup, but certainly one that's good enough to get a result. Fingers crossed, that's exactly what we'll do. Rankin. Just too quick for Harrison Dunk. And the cross is decent. The header is not so good. Mo Asa with a really good chance for Exeter City there, but wide of the target on this occasion. He's got enough time and space there to really pick his spot, and he's fluffed that. Brophy looking for Fajiri. Fitzwater steps in really nicely. Excellently defended by Exeter City. Not so well defended by Jordan Cousins. That'll be a free kick. He's lucky to get away without a booking there, to be completely honest. Cole is going to loft this, I think, and indeed he does. Brophy's won the header, but it's going to fall to... Sometimes there's just nothing you can do about the goalkeeping animations. They quite simply are just that bad. Mo Asa's header earlier went well wide. This time from the edge of the box, straight at the keeper, who's thrown a foot at it and deflected it only into the back of the net. Good! Good. 1-0 Exeter. Digby. Drill that out wide. And Dunk. On the line to Brophy. And Okanabiri with the 1-2. Brophy in a decent position. The cross is not great, but the defender's made a mistake and George Thomas can't prey on it. The effort with an open goal back off the post. That should have been, no real excuses, 1-1 here at St James's Park. But it is not. Somehow. And now Jordan Cousins has picked up an injury as well, which is not great. Brophy still trying to force the issue. Does very well to win it back for a second time. Digby through the gap, not through the gap. Oi, 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 oi. How have we not brought that back level there? That's unbelievable. Somehow, Exeter's lead is still intact. Got runners. Runners that at the moment I can't use. Now we can, and Bennett will go again. Good. Right, get in the middle, lads. Fajiri's just too deep, really. Looking for Thomas, can't find him. It'll fall. Oh, well, he's off the pitch now. But how is that for such a controlled effort from Jordan Cousins? First time, left foot, guided in the bottom corner. Where's that finish come from? He's had so much time and space on that left foot numerous times this season already and fluffed it. And then he comes up with that. We are level at St James Park. And that's exponentially better than anything Jordan Cousins has done all season long. Etchison and Mitchell given away. Okadina's there in the way. Looking for the run of Elias. Found well. Kachunga here. Has George Thomas. And there's Fajiri Okanabiri. Looking to get away from the defender. Faye from range. Worth a go. Not too far away, but it was wide. Rankin. Tackled well by Adam May. Twice. Still Exeter have the ball here in the final stages. Will they be finding themselves a winner here at home? As Cole is away and around the corner. Lovely spin by Etchison. Bennett having to deal with him here. Trying his best to do so. We're motoring towards the draw here at the minute, but Exeter want that 3 points. And thanks to Ryan Bennett's interception there, they will not have them. A 1-1 draw away from home against Exeter City with, at the moment, the only real goal of the season contender we've seen so far. A wonderful first-time effort from Jordan Cousins. Arrow accurate into the bottom corner. Do you think that should count for a potential goal of the month or goal of the season competition at the end of the year. So far, it's the only one worthy of anything of the like, so I'll put it on the list. We can always take it off. So as we end the episode, we sit 7th in the table at the moment. Can't be anything other than delighted with that, to be completely honest, especially with the win over Peterborough and the manner in which it came. Finances wise, we've been keeping track of everything so far. It cost us £40,000, apparently, to travel to Exeter from Cambridge. That's a lot, to be completely honest. We made 95 grand from the gate receipts from the game against Peterborough, which is very, very welcome indeed. The squad are doing okay. Little bit of growth, little bit of decline, but I'm happy with the loan signing we made with regards to the goalkeeper. I still would like to bring in a loanee winger, but I haven't yet made any sort of priority list as to who we're actually going to go for. So to give you a full rundown of how things are at the moment, that's our ins and outs. The current bank balance sits at about, where are we, £2 million, about 2.1, give or take, 3 grand or so. Currently just outside the playoff spots, so only a top half finish. So we are projected at the moment to have a raise in our wage budget, which would be very welcome. Daniel Barden's been added in here now on £2,030 a week, which is 70% of his current £2,900 a week wage. And the yellow there is to denote that he is on a loan move as things stand right now. Lots of one-year contracts in there. Obviously, we're going to be replicating Cambridge's retained list in real life, so there will be lots of outs in the summer. So we might need to do some of the preemptive signing for next season in January this year. But at the moment, the squad are doing what we need them to right now. We should have our first scout report back of the season in tomorrow's episode, if not certainly the episode after that. I do need to actually put Gibbons in there as yellow as well, as he is alone, as is quite rightly told to me by Owen in live chat, so thank you very much for that. You are correct. So those two are in on loan. Outside of that, we are happy with how everything stands right now, both on and off the pitch. It's been a good start to the season. Long may it continue. It won't last the full year, but we'll take it whilst we can. We'll be doing the transfer window in its entirety tomorrow. Transfer deadline day will be involved in tomorrow's episode, so do make sure you join me for it. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed this one. Subscribe to the channel so make sure you don't miss out on any more. Hit that notification bell and you absolutely won't miss anything at all. And I'll see you next time.